Time is a luxury, and some people are better at communicating how they don't like to waste it. Let me tell you a little bit more. So, 2 years ago, I had someone sign up to do a consultation. I gave them a 6-month plan of action, and they said they still weren't sure, and they wanted to hop on a call and have their partner be on the call with them so that they could determine whether or not they needed support or could do it on their own. The end result was they decided to DIY their program without support. Fast forward 6 weeks, and I get a nasty email and a Google review that I have to go fight to get taken down, where she says, "It's been 6 weeks and you haven't even checked in once. I'm a paying client. You should be checking in with me, blah, blah, blah." And I went back because I record all these video sessions, and I pulled the section in the video that she and the partner said, "We're good. He's experienced in the health and wellness field, bodybuilding field, whatever. I can do this on my own without support." I then also provided in the email response that I gave and the response that I gave to Google to get the review removed, the difference between the DIY, I wrote your 6-month program price, and the I want support and I want you to check in with me and I want emails and I want group coaching. Which the difference is, one of those programs is 10% of the cost of the other, because I still spend time writing the nutrition plan. I still spend time writing out the supplement guide for 6 months. I still spend time writing specific instructions. I still create a Google sheet for this person, and I still share all of that data, plus the video and a transcript of the video. So this has kind of come up again recently, where I did a consultation. I gave all the data. I gave a spreadsheet with a calculator that tells people exactly what to do, exactly how to use things, exactly how to utilize their program. Gave the nutrition plan. And since the consultation, have exchanged 6 emails with this person. They wanted a quick 20-minute phone call to go over something in the plan that they said they could do themselves. I sent them a link to book an appointment on my calendar. I probably wouldn't have charged for the appointment. However, I sent them the link because 6 weeks ago, I started playing phone tag with somebody where I was exchanging 4 to 5 messages with someone a day because they wouldn't just use the link on my calendar to book an appointment to have a conversation with me. And while it doesn't seem like a big deal, this person had a problem 6 weeks ago that we could have solved before Thanksgiving. And finally, what I did was just stop responding to his calls with calls back and just kept sending him a link to book. We finally booked an appointment. I'm going to see him this Friday. It's taken 6 weeks. 6 weeks for him to book this appointment. Phone tag is a waste of time. Emails back and forth are a waste of time when you need a phone call. And booking a link on someone's calendar is appropriate when schedules don't line up, especially when you're in different time zones. And that I am for this woman. We're in different time zones. So if I say, I've got a spot at 9 o'clock, and she thinks I mean 9 o'clock her time, which I think it's 7 a.m. my time, I don't really know, then we have a miscommunication and somebody's upset. And it's a pet peeve of mine that I've instilled in myself so much that if someone is trying to sell me something, a system, whatever, and they won't send me a calendar link to book on their schedule, I tell them to stop contacting me. Because again, if I tell you at 10 a.m., and this happened today, if I tell you at 10 a.m., hey, I have time at 1, but then someone books on my calendar because you didn't get back to me until 11:30 and someone can book on my calendar for up to 2 hours before the appointment time, I no longer have that 1 o'clock available. And this is something I do even with my own providers. So last week, I needed to book an appointment with my provider, and I called their office, spoke to the front desk person. Now, they're a big office. They have, I think, 9 providers, and they have 3 front desk people. Spoke to someone at the front desk and said, this is what I need. Can I get that scheduled? And she said, absolutely. Let's look at the calendar. So we looked at the calendar, and between their calendar and my calendar, I'm not going to be seen until the end of January because that's when it works out. I have another provider who I absolutely love and respect dearly. Go to her for advice when I think I know what I should be doing, but I also want someone else to say, yes, you're on the right track, or hey, what if we make this adjustment instead and see how that goes? And I use her scheduling link, book an appointment on her calendar, and I pay for her time because that's what you do. And I pay for her time, even though 90% of our time is spent talking about our kids and our life updates and that kind of stuff, because again, I want her opinion that takes, 7 to 8 minutes, but I've booked a 30-minute appointment on her calendar, and we spend some time catching up or talking about research or talking about what book we're currently reading. And this isn't just health and wellness that this happens in. I was talking to my husband about this over the weekend, and he won't play phone tag with people. He sends them an email, and it says, these are the times available on my calendar this week. When would you like to meet? Because I'm not doing the back and forth on the phone again. And if he has a contract written with them for services, and they want something above and beyond those services, he writes an ad service contract and gets paid for his time. When you say to someone, I've got this, I can do it myself, they're going to expect to be paid for additional time because you said, I've got this, I don't want your plan, I can do it myself, I'll pay you if I need your support. And up until about 2 years ago, I was one of those people who would have just done everything to bend over backwards for somebody. But what I learned is that doesn't gain respect. And then when I'm asking people to pay their bill, they don't do it because they just expect everything for free. So if you're someone watching this who's been trying to get someone to give you free advice, consider what you're asking of that person. Even if it's a family or a friend member, that kind of thing, they deserve to be paid for their time, their knowledge, their expertise. And they don't want to waste time going back and forth via text message, email, or phone tag. And if you're a provider who does consulting services and you're allowing your clients to take advantage of you like that, or people who've never agreed to services with you, you're allowing your energy to say, I'm okay with this. And I'm okay with not being paid for my services. And quite frankly, I'm not. And we're all at different stages, and we're all at different points in our life. But my time has value. I very fortunately had a meeting canceled today, so I get to go for this lovely walk. It doesn't happen often, and I am taking full advantage. And with all the changes coming in the significant increase in the cost of insurance in 2026, I think we're going to see more and more people want to use catastrophic plans or cost share plans and end up hiring health coaches and health consultants. But you have to set the boundary of my expectation is to be paid for my services. And I can still serve people and deserve to make an income that allows me to support my family. If you're one of those people losing your health insurance, my app launches today. And there's a plan on there that's $20 a month.